Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer expresses a great deal of satisfaction with this monitor, finding it to be an excellent addition to their setup. They immediately note its large size and significant weight, offering a practical piece of advice for anyone considering a VESA mount to ensure it is sturdy enough to handle the load. The user loves the expansive and clear screen, stating it's fantastic for both gaming and productivity, easily handling code and text. In terms of picture quality, they found it comes remarkably close to an OLED panel, suggesting that unless someone is an absolute purist seeking the inky blacks that only OLED can provide, this display is more than sufficient. The generous number of ports and the inclusion of a built-in hub were also highlighted as major conveniences. Despite the overall praise, our client did point out a few minor drawbacks. Navigating the on-screen display with the small toggle can be a bit tricky, a common frustration with many monitors. Another small annoyance is the power light, which is so bright it can't be easily taped over, leading the user to simply turn the monitor off when not in use. A very faint coil whine was also detected, but it was so minor that it was only noticed when pointed out by someone else. Lastly, a tiny, almost unnoticeable scuff was present on the screen, but it was not significant enough to warrant a return. Ultimately, this client feels the product offers fantastic value, especially when found at a more competitive price point. As the cost creeps higher, it begins to enter a bracket where other technologies become viable alternatives, but for the right price, it's an easy recommendation.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer found what they consider to be a perfect budget-friendly 1440p monitor, describing it as a fantastic bargain for its low cost. Right out of the box, the visuals impressed them. While it uses an IPS display, which naturally doesn't have the same deep contrast as an OLED panel, our reviewer felt that for anyone not fixated on that specific technology, the color and clarity are more than excellent. The combination of a 1440p resolution on a compact 5-inch screen results in a very high pixel density, making everything look incredibly sharp and crisp. When it comes to gaming, the high refresh rate was a major highlight. This client noted that the jump to 240 Hz from a more common 165 Hz wasn't a night and day difference at first. However, after using it for a few weeks, the incredible smoothness became undeniable, making it hard to go back to a lower refresh rate. Another significant advantage our reviewer pointed out was the monitor's versatility, especially for those with mid-range gaming hardware. The size is ideal for scaling the resolution down to 1080p when extra performance is needed to hit those high frame rates. In this mode, it performs just like a standard 24-inch 1080p display, offering valuable flexibility. The only minor drawback mentioned was that the overall build quality feels a bit cheap, but this was seen as an understandable compromise. Ultimately, for the features on offer, high resolution, an ultra-smooth refresh rate, and great performance flexibility, this client couldn't recommend this monitor enough for gamers on a budget.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer was pleasantly surprised by the excellent packaging of this monitor, which ensured it arrived in perfect condition. While manageable alone, handling the box might be easier with two people. All necessary cables were included, and the instructions provided were clear and easy to follow. One area where potential buyers should pay close attention is the mounting options. The monitor comes with a base mount, but if you're considering wall mounting, be aware that you'll need to source additional parts yourself. This client learned this firsthand, initially opting for one mounting style before realizing the other was more suitable. The integrated speakers deliver adequate sound quality. However, our reviewer personally preferred to mount this monitor on an arm, finding it a better solution than the provided base. After using it for a short time, all seems to be working as expected, and this reviewer is satisfied with their purchase.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.